Ladies and gentlemen, once again, ZANU-PF's legal wizards are trying to turn black into white, ink into smoke, and the constitution into a personal handbook for Emmerson Mnangagwa's never-ending presidency. Their latest stunt? Claiming that they can stretch the presidential term from 5 years to 7 without asking the people, without a referendum, and without shame. According to this new gospel of political gymnastics, Section 91, 95, and 328 of the Constitution don't really mean what everyone else has been reading since 2013. Apparently, the framers left a gap, a lacuna, a secret backdoor that only ZANU-PF has managed to discover, conveniently leading straight to the State House. Let's call it what it is. Constitutional witchcraft disguised as legal reasoning. They say Section 95, subsection 2, which clearly says the president's term is 5 years, isn't fixed because it includes the phrase except as otherwise provided in this constitution. Now, in their twisted world, that phrase isn't a legal safety line, it's a golden key. They believe it allows Parliament to insert a new rule saying the presidential term shall be 7 years and pretend that it's not an amendment. By that logic, they could wake up tomorrow and insert a clause saying the president shall rule until further notice and still call it legal. It's like saying, I didn't steal your car, I just permanently borrowed it without updating the paperwork. That's not law. That's political vandalism in a lawyer's robe. Section 95, subsection 2 is one of the clearest sentences in our entire constitution. It says 5 years, not 5-ish, not 5 unless we feel like 7, just 5. The phrase, except as otherwise provided, isn't an invitation to rewrite the law. It's a standard phrase to keep the text consistent with other sections, like Section 94, subsection 2, which prevents power vacuums, and Section 158, subsection 1, paragraph A, which times elections properly. It's legal housekeeping, not a loophole. The drafters weren't confused. They were careful. The only ones confused are those trying to twist 5 into 7 to save one man's hunger for power. Then they claim it's not an amendment, it's an insertion. That's like a thief saying, I didn't replace your safe, I just slipped my hand inside. In constitutional law, if you change the meaning of a clause, whether you insert, delete, or replace it, you have amended it. And if it's about term limits, Section 328 says you must go through a national referendum. There are no shortcuts, no secret side doors, no creative interpretations. And that's exactly why Section 328, subsection 7 was written, to stop sitting presidents from moving the goalposts. It says any change to a term limit rule does not apply to anyone who has already held that office. In other words, even if Parliament voted for 7 years today, Mnangagwa couldn't benefit from it. It would apply to whoever comes after him, if Zimbabwe ever gets that far. But of course, this is ZANU-PF, the same party that... this is ZANU-PF. The same party that always finds a way to turn common sense into a legal crisis. They say they are doing it for stability, for development, for continuity. No, they are doing it for survival. What they are really doing is wrapping a political scam in legal English and hoping the nation won't notice. This isn't about interpretation, it's about desperation. When a government has failed to deliver jobs, food, electricity, and dignity, the only thing left to deliver is more time for itself. Now, here's the real reason they don't want a referendum. If they truly believed the people wanted a 7-year term, they would let the people vote. They would say, let's test it. But they won't, because they already know the answer. A referendum would expose the truth. It would be the end of the illusion. They fear the people because they know the people are done. A referendum can't be staged like a rally or controlled like a court case. It's too clear, too democratic, too honest. It would show loudly and undeniably that Zimbabweans want Mnangagwa gone, not in 7 years, not in 5, but now. And here's the final insult. They want to reset the clock. If this 7-year plan succeeds, they will make it start afresh, as if chaos and collapse since 2023 has never happened. They will say, let's start counting again. They want the country to forget the hunger, the inflation, the empty hospitals, the corruption, and the hopelessness. They want to treat the wasted years as a bonus round. It's like a student who failed all their exams asking to restart the year. Not because they have improved, but because they control the classroom. Mnangagwa doesn't want more time to fix the nation. He wants more time to escape accountability for breaking it. The truth is, Zimbabweans are exhausted. The country is tired of watching the same men promise light while keeping everyone in the dark. 5 years of Mnangagwa already feels like a lifetime. People don't want an extension. They want an ending. Every vendor, every nurse, every commuter knows the truth. This leadership is not a blessing. It's a burden. Every extra year under ZANU-PF is another year stolen from the nation's future. But the constitution still stands. Section 328, subsection 7 is Zimbabwe's shield against this madness. It is the one line between the people and permanent political captivity. And no amount of word games can change what it says. 5 years means 5. No insertions, no bonuses, no tricks. If ZANU-PF tries to stretch it, they are not amending the law. They are declaring war on it. And as a result, they will be declaring war on the people of Zimbabwe. So, next time you hear them talking about clarifying the constitution, remember, when thieves can't pick the lock, they rewrite the manual. They don't want a referendum because the people would speak, and the message would be thunderous. We are done. No to 2030. No more loopholes. No more delays. No more resets. The constitution belongs to Zimbabwe, not ZANU-PF. And when the time comes, the people will remind them, not with legal arguments, but with the one thing ZANU-PF fears most, a united voice saying loud and clear, 5 means 5. This is Zimwaves TV, where we don't whisper the truth, we roar it. Subscribe, share, and tell them in every corner of the country. Zimbabwe can count, and the people are done being fooled. Thank you.